Humanities and Social Sciences.
Representing for HSS.
Professor Strosser has taught within the English department for 5 years. She's originally from Texas and did her graduate work at the University of North Texas. Her research was concentrated on gender and culture in contemporary American literature. Here at SUU, she teaches English 1010 and 2010 in addition to a professional business writing class. Her current research is primarily centered on detective fiction and fairy tales. She also makes a mean green chili enchilada. Please give it up for Professor Charla Strosser.
I'm going to actually start today with a question. What kind of world do we want to have after we land this raft? Okay? Do we want it to be one of bare survival, which I feel like science can promise us? We will survive. But then what? Even today with laws and ethics that protect us, a world ruled only by science could be a very scary place. We've all read the novels, right? And so I feel like science, while it has a lot of things to offer, is maybe not going to give us the world we want at the end. I think that the same can be said for arts. Denise has proved that there are some very exciting aspects to the arts. It would be a beautiful world, but I'm not sure how long it would last. I'm trying really hard to figure out how a British accent and a perfect box step are going to help us. So then we move on to business. No offense, Dave. We've seen what business does even when we try to restrict it. Enron. And that's with people telling them what to do. They've said things like, corporations are people, but the way they treat people is not necessarily the way I want to be treated. This idea of only the strong survive puts us in a lot of maybe trouble once we get off the raft. And in terms of education, I think John's going to tell us they have a wealth of knowledge in general areas, but I feel like when we get there, we need some expertise. We need some people who know specifics, not just you, Bill. And so I want to promote my college, Humanities and Social Sciences. I think partly it's all in the name. If we want to rebuild humanity, we're the folks you want, right? We have history so that we can avoid some of our worst mistakes. If you don't know your history, you might be destined to repeat it, right? We have philosophy, we have ethics to help us rebuild law. We have political scientists who think about law and government and forming real societies all the time. We have communications and we have language so that when we get off this raft, should we meet other survivors, not only do we know how to talk amongst ourselves, but we have a better chance of being able to communicate with them. We have psychologists so that if you're suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, maybe they can help you out, right? And we have my personal favorite, English literature, right? Stories are something that offer us hope. They offer us a reason to want to get off the raft, right? They offer us something to want to continue on. So I agree with Denise. If you vote for my college, not only will you survive, but you'll thrive. You'll be able to rebuild an actual society. We know how to... we know how to recognize threats, whether they're real or supernatural. Who knows what's put us in this position? If we're going to be fighting vampires, my department knows how to deal with original recipe and extra sparkly.